Riley Dickerson, I should say, will start in place of number 23, Manny Holmes. So we want to note that change tonight. And Jonathan, we noticed as both teams were introduced, Robert C. Byrd has a definite size advantage.
Yeah, so definitely, if you're the Flying Eagles, you want to go into this game and you want to really control the boards offensive and defensively, and hopefully you can kind of establish Hawkins down there in the middle. He's had a good last couple games. He's been more aggressive and attacking, so we'll see if they can take advantage of that in the middle tonight.
So Coach Lucas, I'm sure, has spoken to those points in his pregame. Here's the opening tip, and McKim tips it back and controls for the Mountaineers. Robert C. Byrd in their man-to-man defense. Liberty working against it, taking their time. And here's a cutter going through the lane. That's number 5, Benedum. Nowhere to go with it. He'll give it up. And we're going to have a little bit of contact, no foul called. Here's a shot put up by number 5, Benedum. Doesn't go. Braden Thomason down with the rebound. He'll bring the ball up court to our left. He's going to pull up for a 3, in and out. Cooley with the rebound. And he'll drop back outside and put his own 3 up, and it goes.
It's a good start for Cooley. He's started some games slow this year, so if they can get him started off fast, it could be a big night for him.
He had a rough shooting night Saturday afternoon here. So he's definitely looking to get back on track. Here's Kim with the drive to the basket. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Hawkins. He'll push it up court to Floyd. Thomason thinks about a 3. Pulls it back in. Now penetrates. Kicks it to Dickerson. Here's a cutting Hawkins underneath for an easy 2. So 5-0 in the early going in favor of the Flying Eagles here at the Birdcage.
Yeah, really good job there on that offensive possession. Wyatt Floyd finding Hawkins behind the defense and for the easy layup.
And those are some of the types of the points or buckets that they didn't get Saturday.
Yep, exactly.
Here's the Mountaineers with a shot. McKim tips the rebound. Can't control, though. RCB pushes up the floor. Here's Thomason with the spin move. Off to Cooley. Top of the key. His 3's off the mark. Dickerson in there battling for the rebound against Dodd. But the Mountaineers are able to control. Coach Zach Bart trying to get some offense going for his Mountaineers here from Liberty.
And defensively for the Flying Eagles, they've done a really good job of limiting Liberty to one and done. They haven't had any second chance offensive rebounds, so they've done a really good job controlling the boards early on.
And that's that size advantage that we talked about. So the ball's kicked. That'll mean Liberty will take the ball out underneath the basket. Not allowed to kick the ball in basketball like soccer, or football, I should say now. Now the ref instructing Riley Dickerson that he needs to tie his shoe. I said Byrd will inbound the ball, but actually Liberty will inbound the ball after Byrd kicked it. My mistake. So here's a pass stolen inbounds by Quentin Cooley. He'll race up floor, tries to get the pass to Thomason, but it just wasn't there. We could see that from our angle. Wanted to get him the ball to score, but
yeah, initially he had him. And Thomason was open, but Cooley waited just a little bit too long to try to force that pass in there. Fortunately, it stays with the Flying Eagles.
And that's a good job by Liberty getting back on defense, too. Here's Dickerson breaking underneath. He'll spin, half spin, kicks it back out. Hawkins will drive, and he's going to pick up a foul. And the foul's going to be called on number 5, I believe. It's going to be on number 2, Tim Allman. RCB will inbound the ball. Thomason steps inbound after throwing it into Cooley. Cooley will drive, and he is cut off at the top of the key, or I should say the foul line. RCB being patient in their half-court offense tonight. Here's a cross-court pass to Cooley. He'll put another 3 up, and that looked good from the minute it left his hand. Second 3 of the night for Cooley, and an 8-0 lead for the Flying Eagles here early. 5:03 to go in the first.
Good start for Cooley.
Yes. Here's a pass inside to number 24. Kim puts a shot up, can't go, gets his own rebound, and gets that to go. So the first 2 of the night for the Mountaineers belong to number 24, Noah McKim. Here's Floyd in the corner. Cross court back out to Thomason. He'll put the ball on the floor, go right to the basket, passes out to Floyd. Floyd passes to Cooley. Cooley to Dickerson. They're all thinking about a shot, but nobody has a really cool, really clear look, I should say. So they'll just bring it back out and reset the offense. Here's an errant pass by Thomason, chased down in the backcourt by Hawkins. Cooley again from the left side, no good. And it's going to hit the standard that holds the rim. I think that's what you'd call that, the standard or the pole coming down. And it's going to go out of bounds to Liberty.
Go corner, switch up. Thumbs down.
Bryce Berg getting ready to check in for the Flying Eagles here. Here's the 3 by number 4, Jensen Dodd is no good. Thomason with the rebound, and again, no offensive boards for the Mountaineers. And there's Cooley with his third 3 of the night from the right corner.
That was a really good job there by Thomason, pushing the tempo, finding Cooley in a corner, and an unattested 3.
Yeah. Here's Benedum trying to put a move on his defender, Wyatt Floyd. Benedum off to Tucker. I should say Almond. Here's McKim in the paint. A lot of contact, no foul. And we're going to have a held ball. And that's going to go out of bounds to the Flying Eagles. Now Manny Holmes will check in for Robert C. Byrd, along with Bryce Byrd. And Bryce Byrd will be the inbounder here. Neither team pressing or applying any full court pressure.
Yeah, and Liberty's been kind of selling into that 2-3 zone, really giving those perimeter shots to the Flying Eagles, and so far Cooley has made them pay.
Yeah. Here's Byrd cutting in the post, thinks about the shot, but he'll kick it to Hawkins. Hawkins off to Dickerson, or I should say that's Holmes. Here is Hawkins with a 3, not a 3, just inside the arc. Would have been a 2, but it didn't go. Liberty races back down floor, and they get a good-looking shot by Benedum, followed by McKim. He can't get it to go. And the Eagles come out of there with the rebound. .229 to go on a quick-moving first quarter clock, 11-2. Flying Eagles in control early. Liberty in what it looks like is almost a matchup zone. And here's Hawkins driving baseline right around Dodd for the slam dunk. 13-2. Robert C. Byrd, 1:58 to go here in the first quarter. So Hawkins with a nice move around his defender.
Yeah, and a really good job there by Bryce Byrd. Bryce was fronting, trying to get the ball into him, and he saw Hawkins on the drive. Just kind of pinned, nothing illegal, but kind of pinned his guy and gave Hawkins a wide open lane to slam it down.
And Charles owed me that because yesterday, right before practice started, I was in the gym as I was leaving school, and I asked him to dunk one for me. And he did dunk one, but to be honest, it was pretty weak. He admitted it. And I said, well, you owe me one. So that was the dunk. And it was on that same rim, actually, too.
So, we've kind of talked about it all season up until this point about getting others involved. And so far, Hawkins and Cooley have really done the heavy lifting offensively for the Flying Eagles, but that's a good sign because
Yes.
as we've seen, Thomason, he's going to get his. And the last couple games where he's really stepped up, a lot of his points have came late, so he's going to get his. So it's a really good job by the Flying Eagles to get some help offensively and scoring the ball from some other in the committee.
Yes. You want to make sure you stick around at halftime. Joining us will be Clarksburg City Councilman Jerry Riffle, a 2005 graduate from RCB High School. We'll talk RCB, Clarksburg City Council, and everything else that goes along with that. So don't miss that at halftime, an interview with Clarksburg Councilman Jerry Riffle. So Liberty, again, working against that trademark man-to-man RCB defense. Here's a deep three. It's going to be an air ball. And we'll count that as a rebound, I guess, because it was a shot, but it didn't hit the rim. Bird pushes the ball back up floor. They're going to be patient, though. And I'm sure Coach Lucas wants to work on his half-court offense, and these are the perfect opportunities to do so. Here's a pass inside to Bird in the post. He's going to kick it back out. And at some point, I would think that they want Bird to turn around and take that little jump hook there. He's really close to the rim. Here's a cutting Dickerson. Gets the ball, but he's fouled as he puts the shot up. 34, 24, I should say. Noah McKim, it's going to be his first, team first, and I believe that's the first foul.
Team second.
Team second, I should say. Yes, there was that other foul.
Allman has
yes,
one
Allman
foul.
Yes, Allman had the other one. Team second. Yeah, so relatively clean game so far. Nothing doing on that one for Dickerson. Misses the first. He's got to relax out there, take his time, bend his knees, take a deep breath. He is coming back from a layoff where he was sick. He was out the previous week. Here's a second shot, and that's going to rattle in. So he gets one of two. 14-2, under a minute left here at the Birdcage. Not the best offensive start for the Mountaineers.
No. You can tell they really want to run their offense through McKim, and they just really haven't been able to get him the ball.
Right. And as I say that, here's Benedum with a wide-open three that is good.
Yeah, not a whole lot of pressure right there on Benedum. Just dribbled into a pull-up three.
Yeah. Rotation was slow that time for RCB's defense. But here's Cooley, and he's going to take a three from the deep corner. No good. It's going to be a little long. Wyatt Floyd comes out of there with the ball. And now RCB will hold for the last shot of the quarter. Here's Cooley going to try a three again, and it's good. Off a nice feed by Thomason. So that's Cooley's fourth three of the ball game. 17-5. Flying Eagles in control here. Here's a drive by Benedum. Going to be stripped by Bryce Bird right before the buzzer. So a great quarter overall for Robert C. Bird offensively. They race out to a 17-5 lead against the crosstown rival Liberty Mountaineers. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter after these messages. Welcome back to the Birdcage. The Eagles flying high in that first quarter on the wings of Quentin Cooley. 12 points on 4 3-point field goals. They've run out to a 17-5 lead against their hometown rival. Here's pressure in the backcourt, and they're going to get a foul on Thomason. Not sure where the foul was there, but it's called, so we're going to mark it down. Looked like Thomason did a really good job defending there.
He did. He even put his hands up, to show the official. A lot of times on those tightly contested fouls, the defender usually gets called for putting a hand on the offensive player, but his hands were up and he was down in good position. Yeah,
the ball handler fell to the ground, so that may have been why the referee called the foul. But again, didn't look like a lot of contact. So Liberty still trying to solve that RCB defense. Here's Benedum with a drive, and he kicks it back to the corner. Deep three for Tucker. And it's going to be out of bounds to the Flying Eagles. So Liberty not getting really good looks at the basket either tonight.
No, and again, the Flying Eagles defense is doing a really good job in limiting to one and done. They've only had 2 offensive possessions in this game where they've had an offensive rebound and they scored on one of them. So that's if you're the Flying Eagles, that's a really good job defensively in controlling the boards.
Here's a 3 left corner for Riley. A 3 for Riley, his first of the night. So good confidence booster for that young freshman. 20-5, a 15-point cushion here for the Flying Eagles. Here's a drive by Allman. Can't get it to go. He passes it inside to Kim. And here is a deep 3. It's off the mark for Dodd. Rebound, Robert C. Bird.
And that was a good look offensively for Liberty.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately couldn't fall there.
Right. So Liberty in that 1-2-2 zone, 2-1-2 zone. Here's Floyd with the drive. He's going to put the shot up. No good. Tipped his rebound, but couldn't put it back in. McKim comes down with the ball. Or I should say that was Luke Heflin. It was touched by Floyd, but it went out of bounds off of Floyd. Charles Hawkins is going to check back in for Wyatt Floyd. And I think in the case of Wyatt Floyd, he just needs to get a little bit of confidence. He didn't play basketball last year, so that hurt him a little bit in his development. And I think it's going to take him some time to get his legs and get his confidence back, but we're halfway through the season, so he should be feeling more comfortable by this point. And here's a pass inside to McKim. So finally the Mountaineers get what they wanted, and they score easily on a post-up by McKim.
Yeah, and going back to Floyd, he's a really athletic individual, and there's a lot of potential for him around the basket, so we'll see if he can continue to grow as the season goes on.
Here's Bird putting the ball on the floor. Kicks it cross-court to Dickerson. Back to Thomason. Back to Dickerson. And he's going to put up another 3, but this one's off the mark. Cooley rebounds, however. Here's Thompson with a nice pass inside to Bird. Bird wasn't expecting it, and off Bird's hands.
Yeah, that would have been an easy 2 for Bird right there.
Yeah.
He knew it because you could see the anguish on his face when he didn't catch the ball. He wanted to get in the scoring column.
Yeah, and in his defense, Thomason passed that ball as soon as he caught it. Here's another deep 3 by 3, Tucker, and there's an offensive rebound for the Mountaineers. Tucker's shot was no good. Here's Benedum against Thomason. And the Flying Eagles doing a good job of keeping the ball on the perimeter tonight.
Yeah, you can tell Liberty really wants to get McKim the ball, and now they've got Heflin in there. Those are their 2 biggest bodies by sure.
Yeah.
And they both are pretty athletic, but Bird's done a really good job of continuing to pressure the guards and push them further out, so it's harder for them to get the ball.
Exactly. Yeah. That's ball pressure. Pressure on the ball makes it hard to make a Good pass. And here's another three out of the corner. It's going to be blocked by Dickerson. Mountaineers maintain control. Coach Zach Bart yelling to set it up right in front of our microphone. And here's a drive by Liberty, number 3, Tucker. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Bird, but he's going to throw it away in transition. Here comes Liberty back down court. McKim's going to put up an awkward shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Holmes. Here's Hawkins with another drive and can't get that bucket to go. I think he thought he was going to be able to get a dunk, but he realized he couldn't at the last minute, had to adjust his shot, and missed it.
Yeah, and I think he was a little bit shocked at how wide open he was after he went by the first defender.
Exactly. So, Coach Zach Bart and the Mountaineers want to take a timeout and talk things over. 3:17 left to go here in the second quarter. 20-7 is your score. We'll take a break and be back after these messages. Second quarter action back here from the Birdcage, 20-7. Robert C. Byrd in control here. Just over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Liberty looks a lot like Robert C. Byrd did on Saturday. They're running offense, but they're just not getting the shots that they want. And as I say that, Jimmy Moore off the bench hits a three for the Mountaineers, his first points of the night.
Yeah, and there's a lot of dribbling offensively for Liberty and not a lot of movement without the ball.
Exactly. Here's Thomason bowling his way into the lane, and he puts that shot up, one-handed almost, gets it to go. His first points of the night. 22-10. Here's Thomason with the steal, racing down court. He's going to be challenged. He's going to put the shot up, and good. And there could have been a foul called there too, with this, as there was some contact, but the ref chose not to blow his whistle. Here's Liberty with another quick shot off transition. That was Dodd. Can't get it to go. 14-point lead for the Eagles. Here's a pass to Dickerson. Nice dump inside to Hawkins. Nice passing, nice looking, being aware of where each other are.
Yeah, 3 passes and the ball never even touched the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Great ball movement.
That's how you want it, exactly. I meant to say the players are aware of one another, of where one another are. I believe that's the correct English. (26-10), 16-point cushion for the Eagles. Here's a turnaround shot by Moore, no good. So the quality of shots just not there for the Mountaineers so far. And here's Thomason with kind of a lazy pass, and as soon as he threw it, he knew what he did, and he looked at the bench and got looked at by Coach Lucas, and
he said, "My bad." He knew right away.
And that's the thing that they don't want to do now, is get sloppy or get lackadaisical with a 16-point lead. Here's a post up inside by McKim. Turnaround shot, can't get it to go. Liberty does get the rebound. Here's a three out of the corner for number 10, Moore, his second three of the night. So a nice boost off the bench from Jimmy Moore for the Mountaineers. Under a minute now in the second quarter from the Birdcage here. 26-13. Liberty's been doubled up by the Flying Eagles. And they're going to play for the last shot, it looks like. Liberty in their 2-3 zone tonight, as they have been much of the evening. Just under 20 seconds now. And RCB will start their motion, start to run something. Here's Cooley with a deep three, and it's going to be off the rim. Rebound battled for, taken out of there by the Mountaineers. Here's a long pass in transition, back down to Tucker, who gets the bucket right as the buzzer goes off, and that's not going to make Coach Lucas happy at halftime.
No, that's just poor effort getting back. You got a good look offensively. Really, if you just get back, you can prevent that easy too.
Yeah. So the Mountaineers get the last 4 points of the quarter, I should say last 5 points of the quarter, and they close to within 11 at 26-15. So we want to remind you here at halftime, we'll be talking with City Clarksburg Councilman Jerry Riffle, but we'll take a break before that and be back after these messages. Welcome back to the Birdcage, where the Flying Eagles have taken off tonight, got off to a nice offensive start, and are up on the crosstown rival Liberty Mountaineers. I'm joined now at the desk by Jerry Riffle, and Jerry is a 2005 RCB graduate. He is a Clarksburg City Councilman. He is the first RCB graduate to be a Clarksburg City Councilman, and he is also the youngest City Councilman ever in Clarksburg history. Did I get all that right?
You did. A lot of pressure, a lot of pressure.
Good, good. So, welcome back to RCB, but of course, you're up here all the time, so it's not like you've been away. So, as a councilman, you're obviously the youngest in the city's history. So tell us a little bit about the thought process or about why you wanted to become a councilman.
Well, I mean, I wasn't leaving this city. I was going to stay here. I love it. And if I'm going to live here, I'm going to try to be a part of the change and the revitalization and try to make things better. So if I'm living here, I might as well be a part of that.
So each of us has to try to contribute to our community in their own way, and you chose to do it by being in local government.
Yes, yes. Well, I was involved in the community already, and then a lot of times you're running the roadblocks and you need more things to happen, or maybe more funding sometimes to make certain things happen. So then I thought City Council might be the next step to keep some of these ventures and these things going that's best for the community.
So as a councilman, what projects are you currently working on?
Well, here recently we just passed a new committee. We're going to create youth sports development. So what we're going to try to do is bring in all the local youth sports leagues together at the same table and try to help facilitate and try to just get everybody on the same page. Like, for example, the YMCA has a basketball league. We have several different basketball leagues, sometimes offering the same age groups in the same city.
Right.
We'd like to get on the same page, work together, and provide the most for the youth. So he's got to be on the same page.
Are there any new sports that you're going to try to offer?
Well, no, not new sports, but I did take a role on the Clarksburg Jerry West board. Right after COVID, they had it was tough to get back in the league, and they were almost considering canceling the season. They couldn't find gyms, and there wasn't really a lot of buy-in. Personally, I grew up playing Jerry West. All my friends that I still have to this day, we grew up playing Jerry West, and I know how important it is, whether it's about the community, whether it's about development for ourselves as we're growing older. So I wanted to jump in there and try to be a part of that. Even here, I even started my own coaching. One coach was not able to finish the season, so now I'm jumping in there. I'm 0-2, but I think I'm going to turn things around. We've had some couple good practices.
Well, records don't matter at that level. It's just the teaching, the love, the coaching, the instruction.
Yeah.
And really, it's at that age, it's about being a teacher.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
go ahead.
So what we're trying to do, we're trying to build something. And so that's one thing I'll do. And Eric Post, the principal here, he's also a part of the board, and Brandon Kroll. And what we're trying to do is build a system here in our city, and have the kids be around the high school players, the middle school players. And we actually play here at Byrd on Sundays.
Right.
And even I talked to Eric here a little bit ago. We had an idea. Casey O'Brien and Brandon Kroll and a lot of the people that have always been around here as well. We wanted to have the championship game here. We're going to set it up for the kids just like a regular game, like it is now. Hopefully we're going to have the lights, the music, and try to do it to make them feel, make them really want to be a part of this and stay a part of it.
And it's really important, Jerry West, in those youth sports leagues. I know both of my kids grew up playing Jerry West, and I would say that there's a large percentage of kids on RCB's basketball team, both the boys and the girls teams, that played Jerry West in their younger years.
Yeah.
So are there any other projects that maybe you don't have going now that you've thought about that are maybe on the table that are you're looking forward to in the future?
Not so much individual projects, but I just want to get more buy-in from the community, and especially with the youth. I saw last night the Dairy Queen and Ford had to sign their digital sign that said, "Let's go Eagles." We don't see that enough. We don't see that enough on advertising boards or small businesses. So we need our businesses to be part of the community, support our kids, lift them up, and then the community will return that. We got to build that community.
It's definitely a challenge because in a community like Clarksburg, you have a lot of specific different areas like Adamston, and you have Quiet Dell, you have Nutter Fort, you have downtown Clarksburg, you have Country Club, and sometimes all the kids in those regions don't go to the same school, so it can be hard to bring everybody together at one school, which is Robert C. Byrd.
Yeah, it is. Well, and for my instance, I'm a Liberty fan tonight as well. I got to stay in the middle. Especially with Liberty, their students come from not so much inside the city, Northview, Adamson, but sometimes it's even from the Salem area. So it's tough to really get them on board. We have worked with them a little bit. I would like to work with them more because they still have a lot of kids, especially Northview area. That's pretty much all Liberty over there.
And you mentioned Casey O'Brien, a neighbor right across the street from me.
Yeah, and he's coaching Jerry West, and so it's. And another thing is, I thought it was great when I found out you and your son were doing this. It was great for the community. It's getting you guys back here. You guys have been around, so these are the type of things that we need, and just. Well, people will be back a part of it.
I can attest, we've got the numbers coming up because on our street where Casey and I live, we've got about 14 kids that are middle school age and younger.
Yeah.
And I know that because when me and my wife sit on the front porch, we hear them in the summer, in the spring. So they're there. So they're coming.
Sounds like we need to have that Voight tournament that we used to have. The basketball tournament there.
Jonathan and Matt Godfrey, another RCB alum from 2005, and a couple other kids were instrumental in getting the Voight started, which stands for the Broad Oaks Invitational Tournament. Billy Childers also involved with that. Coach Bill Bennett came down and watched that afternoon.
We still talk about it. We still talk about it. It's great. It's great.
Well, I'll mention that to Jonathan in the second half, and we'll see if he can't get something going.
Yep.
So definitely.
Same street, same location,
same
everything.
Same street, location, yes.
I can even shut the streets down now, so that'll help us out.
Can.
I have that.
Yes,
we have that.
Yeah. We had free hot dogs and everything.
Yeah.
So, we definitely need to sound like a plan. See, that's what happens when two smart people get together. They get smarter. Their brains start going.
Yep. But don't let us stay around for too long because then we'll start not making any sense. So we got to shut it down right there, right?
All right, Jerry. Well, listen, we want to thank you for stopping by.
problem.
And anytime, come up, talk to us. get your message out on the air. We'd love to have you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Jerry Riffle, 2005 RCB graduate, now the youngest councilman in the city of Clarksburg. So, a good interview with Jerry Riffle at halftime here. We'll take a break and be back with the second half action after these messages. Welcome back to the Birdcage on the campus of Robert C. Byrd High School in good old Clarksburg, West Virginia. Real quickly, let's take a look at the stats, Jonathan, before the tip-off.
Yeah, real quick, Moore leads Liberty. He's got 6 points, while McKim has got 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Cooley leads all scorers. He's got 12 points by the way of 4 3-pointers. He also has 2 rebounds and an assist, while Hawkins has 6 points, a rebound, and an assist. And we alluded to this earlier in the broadcast. We talked about the advantage we thought Robert C. Byrd would have on the boards, and they are out-rebounding the Mountaineers 16-9.
Want to thank you for the stats, Jonathan. A good look at the stats at halftime. And we'll check out that camera angle there provided by our student councilman, Caleb Yanego. So to open the third quarter, I should say, Liberty gets a good look at the basket, can't convert. I should say Robert C. Byrd gets a good look and can't convert. Liberty will control. David Oliverio, our producer, once again tonight. Here's McKim with the shot, no good. Robert C. Byrd controls the rebound. They'll bring it back down court. Liberty again in a 2-3 zone to open the third quarter. Here's a long cross-court pass to Thomason. He'll fake the shot, drive, runs into McKim, no contact. I should say no call. Misses the shot, and Liberty controls the rebound.
Yeah, a lot of contact there, but it was probably a good no call because I thought Thomason was the one who kind of created the contact.
Yeah. And neither player really gained an advantage off the contact. Here's a deep three by Dodd out of the corner, no good. Cooley controls. He'll race down floor, going right to the basket, puts a shot up, and, yeah, they're going to give him continuation. So a nice job by Cooley to put the shot up, his first 2 of the night. Foul's going to be on number, we'll check that, number 5, Benedum. So that's going to be his first, team first. Only 3 total fouls between both teams in the first half, according to my stats.
Yeah, that was just the 4th foul in the game.
Yeah,
so it's been a very, very clean played game.
Yeah. So Cooley misses the first free throw, or I should say the only free throw here. Liberty on offense once again, looking for a shot, trying to post up Kim. Can't get the ball to him. Running offense, but just not getting the looks that they want out of this offense. Here's a deep 3 by Tucker, no good. McKim with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Dodd. Dodd will get it, or I should say Benedum will get the three-pointer.
And that's his second three of the game.
Yes.
And you can see what happens when you allow offensive rebounds and second chance points, and you kick out, you have a wide open three, and Benedum knocks it down for the Mountaineers.
Right, your half-court defense is out of position, and you give up an open look at the basket. 10-point margin, 28-18. Here's a dump inside to Wyatt Floyd. Can't make the shot, but the follow-up is good by Dickerson. So Dickerson's first two of the night. He has 5 points total on the evening. Here's a shot by Benedum in the lane. No bucket. Coach Bart wanting a foul there, but doesn't get one. Here's a dump down to Hawkins for a nice little reverse layup. And that's going to force Coach Bart and Liberty to call a timeout. That's Hawkins' fourth bucket of the night. He's got a total of 8 points tonight. So Liberty makes a little bit of a run. Robert C. Byrd makes a little bit of a run, and back and forth we go.
Yeah, we're kind of right back where we left off at halftime. And, I think Robert C. Byrd has done a good job of limiting the Mountaineers to one and done offensively. But obviously, if the Mountaineers want to get back into this, we saw on that last possession, McKim with an offensive rebound, kicks it out, finds Benedum for a walk-in three.
Yeah.
That's a way for them to get back into it.
Exactly.
But it's definitely going to be tough on them with the way the defense and the way Robert C. Byrd plays defense.
Yeah. Good support by the RCB students tonight and the Liberty Mountaineers student section. Apparently no homework was handed out tonight.
And no theme. There was really no theme tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this one.
Yeah, unless it's pajama night maybe.
It's pajama day at school a lot of the time.
That's why I said that.
Yeah.
So
your wife can attest to that as well as I can. So whatever it is, the student section from RCB looking good tonight. They are flanked by the RCB cheerleaders on both sides. Our principal, Steve Gibson, standing there mightily in charge. Here's a quick steal by Wyatt Floyd. Tries to pass it back to Thompson, but he is hitting the hand, has the ball deflected. It'll stay with the Eagles. So nice jump on the ball by Floyd.
Yeah, and really good. We haven't seen the Eagles press a whole lot tonight.
Right.
That was one instance where they came out and they got the quick turnover.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's the first press we've seen by either team tonight. So Robert C. Byrd will set their offense. Here's a deep three by Cooley. It hits the back of the rim, bounces high in the air above the backboard, and then right through the cylinder. His fifth three of the night. And here's a steal. I should say not a steal, but pressure by Robert C. Byrd. And it's got to be close to 10 seconds now. I would say just barely. Benedum thinks about the three from the wing. Now he puts the ball on the floor, drives around Byrd, hands it to McKim, but McKim has it stolen by Dickerson. Thomason comes up with it. He races down floor and misses the easy layup. But Cooley says, don't worry about it. Give it to me and I'll put in a three. That's his sixth three of the night.
Yeah, really hot shooting by Cooley tonight.
Yeah.
And a good job there on that last play by Dickerson on the missed layup by Tomlinson, following him and getting the rebound, which led to points.
Yeah, good hustle. Here on the other end is McKim with a layup, his sixth point of the night. 38-20, 18-point margin here, 3:46 to go in the third quarter. Here's Cooley putting the ball on the floor, driving. Kind of throws a wild pass, and it's stolen by Benedum. He'll come down floor, kicks it to Dodd. He'll put up a three, no good. Rebound, Mountaineers. Number 10, Jimmy Moore, can't get it to go. McKim comes down with the ball, and he's going to be fouled by number 3, Dickerson. It's going to be Dickerson's first, and I believe that's a team first.
Yeah.
In the half. So both teams with one team foul apiece. And the lack of fouls really contributes to the speed of the game.
It does.
By the speed of the game, I mean how quickly the time on the clock goes. Robert C. Byrd still in their man-to-man defense. Liberty just trying to find something, trying to find an easy shot here. Here's a steal by Thomason. Goes around his back at midcourt, and he's going to be stopped there. So good job getting back by Liberty. Here's a pass inside to Byrd. He's going to pivot around, not even looking at his shot, and he needs to look at his shot there.
Yeah, he was open there.
And,
and not looking for the basket.
Right. And he has the ball again. He gives the ball to Hawkins. Hawkins is going to be fouled by 23, and that is Heflin, his first, team second. So Hawkins will go to the line for 2. Here's the first shot up, and it looked like it was going to be off the backboard or off the back of the rim, but it goes in.
Shooter's roll.
Shooter's cut. Shooter's roll, yes.
Check out.
Set for the second one. It's up and much better. Good looking form by Mr. Hawkins there.
Hey, Jay, are you taking it out?
Hawkins with 12 points on the night. And checking into the lineup, number 32. And we're going to get a check on that. I believe the last name is Nusan. So Tucker commits the foul. His first, team third. Braden Thomason will step to the line, and he'll shoot 2. First one's good.
Check out, Coop.
Second one.
Go low, Noah.
So 1 of 2 at the line for Thompson. And that is Cam Nusan, number 23 for Robert C. Byrd. Younger brother of Sincere Nusan. Here's a nice defense by Thomason, but Benedum works around him, can't get the bucket to fall. Rebound Kim, he puts it up, gets the bucket, and foul is going to be called on the Flying Eagles, number 32. And that is Cam Nusan with the foul. So 1 minute, 1 foul. Good work.
Yeah. and
He's being active, though.
Yeah. And we talked about it earlier in this third quarter about the flow of the game. And the last couple possessions, we've had some fouls, so it's kind of slowed up the pace.
Right. So McKim gets the 3-point play. And one of the reasons Nusan probably getting some minutes tonight as Byrd scores on a nice feed is that Anthony Barbario is out with an injury, has a bad wheel, has a slight injury to his ankle, not real serious, but he is going to be out several weeks according to Coach Lucas. So you want to get playing time for as many kids as you can at points like this in the game.
And for the Mountaineers, number 55, Jonas Warden checks in to the ball game.
All right.
Sophomore.
So Liberty thinking the same thing. Here is Cooley on a drive. Gets up in the air, hangs, double clutches the ball and throws it away.
And that's twice now Cooley has done that. And, I was always taught by the late and great Bill Bennett was you never leave your feet to make a pass.
Yeah.
And that's twice now Cooley's got up in the air, and he's not sure what he wants to do with the ball, and it's been 2 turnovers.
And in both instances, he probably could have shot the ball, too. So Robert C. Byrd relaxing the pressure just a bit, picking him up at half court in the man. Here's a deep three by number 3, Tucker. No good. And we're going to have a held ball. Possession error will stay with Liberty. 1:13 on a quickly running clock here. 43-23. Robert C. Byrd has doubled up the Liberty Mountaineers tonight at the Birdcage. Here's a pass inside. It's going to be knocked away, kicked out, and rebounded by the Mountaineers.
That was
by Warden. Here's Tucker with a three, no good. And Warden and Cooley in a tie-up. Ball's going to go to Robert C. Byrd on that tie-up.
Yeah, good hustle there by Cooley, fighting off 2 Mountaineers to get that rebound.
Yeah. So here's pressure by Liberty. They're in a full court zone press. Here is Hawkins corralling the ball on the left side, going right to the basket with a nice little running hook jump shot. You call it what you want. You guys saw it.
Yeah, really good job there by Hawkins taking that to the rim.
Maybe a push shot is what we'll call it. Here's a deep three by Tucker, no good. Rebound Hawkins. Cooley races up 4. He's thinking about another 3, I'm sure, but he gives it to Bryce Byrd, who drives in, and Bryce Bird's going to be fouled on his way to the basket. Foul's going to be on number 24, McKim, his second, team 4th. So Bryce Byrd will step to the line for 2 shots. And now Sincere Newson, the older brother of Cam Newson, will check in for the Flying Eagles. So Bryce Byrd set for the first. And it's off the mark.
Byrd connects on the second free throw.
And that's important. He needs to be able to convert some of those free throws. Here's a drive by Benedum. It's going to be no good, and I believe that's going to be the second, or it should be the first foul on Sincere Newson. It is indeed going to be the first foul on number 33, Sincere Newson. His first, team 3rd. 5.9 seconds in a quick-moving fourth quarter. Benedum at the line. He'll shoot 2. The first one's good. Second one to follow. Shot's up, and it's good also. So good-looking shot from the free throw line by Benedum. Here's Thomason racing down floor against the clock. Pushes the ball to the corner, but it's off the hands of Newson. Newson was thinking about the shot. That is Sincere Newson thinking about the shot before he caught it.
Yeah, really great job there by Byrd to have a shot,
yes.
Almost get that shot there with 5.9 seconds left.
So Liberty inbounds the ball. Time runs out in the third quarter, and they find themselves on the short end of a 46-25 score. So we'll take a break and be back with the fourth quarter after these messages.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Back inside the bird cage, Robert C. Byrd 46-25 on a cold, late January night. Expecting a little bit of rain and snow tomorrow, according to the weatherman, Jonathan.
I know you're wishing for some snow.
Along with our councilman, Jerry Riffle, who joined us at halftime, other dignitaries, if you will, in the house. Mr. Richard Dyer Quinn, a longtime teacher and football coach here at Robert C. Byrd, watching the game tonight, along with former Robert C. Byrd head coach Bill Bennett. So we want to welcome them into the gym. So Liberty will get the ball first off on this opening fourth quarter possession. Here's a three off the mark by Benedum. Rebound by Warden, who puts the ball back up and gets his first 2 points of the night. So here's a press by Liberty, and they turn the ball over. They get the turnover, I should say. Liberty can't do anything with it. So a nice steal by Liberty at half court on that.
Yeah, really good job to force a turnover.
Yeah.
And it's going to force Coach Lucas to call a timeout to talk this over to see how they want to attack this press.
Yeah, and they've worked on that before, but they want to make sure that everybody's on the same page because he's going to have a few younger guys in the game now.
Yeah, and it's important. That's something that you can work on throughout the rest of this ball game because, you practice that a lot in practice, but some of those guys that are on the court right now, they don't get as many reps as you would like them.
Right.
So this gives them an opportunity to not just get reps, but you're getting game reps.
Yeah. And we'll take this opportunity to recognize a few other alumni in the crowd tonight. We see Keith Frazier over across the way. Also, we ran into Woody Hendricks tonight, a teammate and former comrade here at Robert C. Byrd with you. And it's great when those alumni from 5, 10, 15 years ago come back to the school. And we also want to say hello to all the friends and alumni listening and watching around the area, the tri-state area, the 5 states area in the region.
Yeah, and Woody's son plays for Liberty.
Oh, okay.
Brayden Hendricks. He's a freshman. So
okay, well, there you go. As Quentin Cooley gets his 7th 3 of the night.
We might have to check the record books on this.
That's got to be getting
close.
That's
close, yeah.
So here's a steal by Robert C. Byrd. They can't corral it, and they turn it back over to the Mountaineers. Benedum will bring the ball up court. Nice Euro step, and he puts the ball in. Good-looking move. His first 2 of the night to go along with 2 threes. Liberty again in half-court pressure. Robert C. Byrd just finding the middle of that zone.
Yeah, if you're Robert C. Byrd, you want the whole concept of this press is to try and speed them up to play faster. That way, Liberty not only can get some turnovers, but they can get some more offensive possessions. And if you're Byrd, you just need to slow it down, find where to throw the ball, and break the press, and not get it back and forth game.
Yeah. Here's a deep 3 by Thomas and no good, followed by Bryce Byrd. So Bryce Byrd with his second bucket of the night. Liberty still looking to try to find quality shots against this Robert C. Byrd defense. And that's exactly the example I'm talking about. Tim Allman puts up a shot, not really a very good look at the shot, at the basket, and doesn't even hit the rim. 51-29, nice comfortable margin for the Flying Eagles here. They took off tonight early, and they have never come down.
Come on, Jimmy. Drop, Jimmy.
Here's Robert C. Byrd quietly and confidently breaking that press. Here's a 3 by Nusan, and it's good. Nice cut to the open spot, and a 3 by Nusan.
Good looking shot.
Yeah. Here's a dump inside to Kim for the Mountaineers on a nice post-up move, and he scores the bucket. So if they could have been able to do that earlier, this could have been a different game. But again, you've got to get that look. You've got to be able to get the guard a clear look to get the ball to him, and he's got to have position.
Yeah, the guards have had a really tough time getting McKim the ball here this evening.
Yeah. So Sincere Nusan, number 33, the last player to hit that shot, is frequently in the gym in the mornings when I come to school working with the shoot away, him and his brother. Hawkins gets the easy bucket there.
Yeah,
Good night for Hawkins.
Yeah, nice drive there by Bryce Bird, finding Hawkins, cutting down the lane.
Yes. So here's penetration by Benedum. Tries to get the ball to Kim, but it's off the foot of a player. And we race back down court to the Mountaineers. And Dodd runs over Thomason, no call. But as he does that, he makes an errant pass, can't get the ball to a wide-open McKim.
Yeah, they've had a lot of good looks tonight, Liberty. They just, unfortunately, haven't really had them to fall.
Yeah. 4:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here's Nusan with the drive to the basket. He's blocked by Warden, the sophomore. And it'll go out of bounds to the Mountaineers. Wyatt Floyd's going to check back in for Bryce Bird. So with this impending win tonight, Robert C. Byrd has played pretty well offensively. Hopefully that can jumpstart them to the second half of the season.
Yeah, and they've really had a good job. They've had, Hawkins has had a good night. Cooley has had a great night shooting the ball. Bryce Bird's had a good night. Riley Dickinson's played really well. It hasn't been all on the shoulders of Tomlinson like we've seen on the past.
Right, and Tomlinson will defer happily, on some of these nights, because when he scores like that, he puts out a lot of energy and can be rough on him. Here's a deep three by Cooley. It's no good. Nusan tracks it down, but they say he's on the out-of-bounds line, so the ball will go over to the Mountaineers.
So Nusan will get a rebound, but unfortunately he'll get a turnover too.
Yeah.
So.
So Robert C. Byrd with half-court man-to-man pressure. Liberty working the ball, running their screens. Here's a backdoor pass on a back cut intended for Cooper Floyd. But number 55, Warden, ends up with the ball somehow. He puts it up for the bucket and gets fouled. Floyd's going to be whistled for the foul. His first tonight, team fourth. Manny Holmes checking back into the lineup for the Flying Eagles. So Warden will get the free throw. Puts a shot up. Good-looking shot. So Warden, the sophomore, off the bench tonight with 5 points.
Yeah, and he's got 2 rebounds. So
Yeah.
he's been a nice surprise for the Mountaineers.
Yes.
Fire! Get in the gap, Jay. Let's go.
So Robert C. Byrd just going to work clock here, run their offense, let some time expire. And Dickerson's going to be called for a walk there. Coach Basil Lucas can't believe it.
Yeah, I thought he walked.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's hard to tell what a walk is and what a walk isn't. So.
It is. I could have sworn I've seen 3 or 4 walks, but then they weren't walks apparently. So here's Dodd with a drive to the basket, puts a shot up and good. 20-point margin with 2:33 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Thomason just going to circle around into the paint, gives the ball off to Holmes, and Holmes puts the shot up, his first 2 points of the night. There's another deep three out of the corner for the Mountaineers. No good, and they've really struggled from behind the arc tonight, Jonathan.
Yeah, they've had some good looks. They just, again, haven't been able to get them to fall.
And Thomason at the other end with an easy left-hand layup that he shoots with his right hand. That would have been a good time to practice with your left hand, but
yeah,
I digress. Here's Thomason with a near steal. And here's another pass inside to Warden. And Coach Zach Bart's going to take a quick timeout with that bucket. 60-38, the Flying Eagles on top. I want to also thank our PA announcer tonight, Mr. Gabe Rhodes, doing an outstanding job at the microphone. Once again, Caleb Yanego, our student cameraman, and our producer tonight, as always, David Oliverio. So just about ready for the restart of action here. Anthony Corsini, number 0, checks into the lineup for the Flying Eagles. He'll take the ball out of bounds, and he'll be able to run the baseline. Gets it into Thomason. Thomason races up floor, and he's just going to try to dribble it into the corner. And he was they tried to foul him, but apparently they didn't, and he lost the ball. So Liberty races back down floor with it.
Yeah, Thomason just kind of stopped because he thought they were trying to foul him.
Yeah. And here's Corsini with a 3 off the bench, his first 3 points of the night.
And that's the 8th different player for the Flying Eagles to get in the scoring column tonight. So we talked about that earlier in the ball game of getting more scoring and more people involved. And they have done that here this evening.
Yeah, very good job. So Coach Lucas is going to be really happy with this offensive output. So there's a break in the action. We'll take a quick break and be back right after these messages. Back here for the final minute of this crosstown rivalry, intra-Big Ten Conference boys basketball matchup. Liberty with the ball, playing their bench now, probably for the rest of the way. Robert Seabird also doing the same. And here's a pass inside to Floyd, number 20 for the Mountaineers. He's going to be fouled as he goes up for the shot. Foul's going to be whistled on number 32, Cam Nusson, his second. Team 5th. So Floyd will go to the line. First shot's up, and it's around and out. Number 54 checking in for Robert C. Bird, Elias Beto, along with Isaiah Gabbert, number 11. And the student section now chanting Beto in favor of Elias Beto. Second shot by Floyd is no good. Corsini grabs the rebound, throws it away, and here's the Mountaineers with an attempt by number 23, Heflin. It's blocked, and Robert C. Bird comes out of there with the rebound. And they're just going to run clock here now. 31 seconds to go, 63-38. Robert C. Bird in complete control, as they have been much of the night. Now Robert C. Bird running the 3-man weave out top, or guard rotation, whatever you want to call it. And they're going to close this game out very comfortable. Here's Corsini trying to dribble the ball, and he runs right into a teammate and goes off his foot. So you have to laugh at that at this point.
Yeah, just dribbled it right off.
Yeah.
Right off of his own teammate's foot.
So if that's the only thing that goes wrong tonight, good job. So Robert C. Byrd wins in comfortable fashion tonight, 63-38 here at the Birdcage. Coach Lucas, I'm sure, pleased with his team's overall performance, both offensively and defensively. So we'll take a break, listen to these messages, and take a look at the stats when we get back. Back live at the Birdcage, Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles victorious tonight over the Mountaineers from their crosstown rival, Liberty. Let's take a look at the stats, Jonathan.
Yeah, taking a look at the stats individually, first up for the Liberty Mountaineers, they were led by Noah McKim, had 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Brock Benedum, he finished the ball game with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Trenton Tucker finished with 2 points, a rebound. Jimmy Moore had 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Jonas Warden came off the bench, just a sophomore. He finished with 7 points and 2 rebounds for Liberty. Looking at the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles, Quentin Cooley led all scorers, absolutely lights out shooting from behind the arc. He finished with 23 points, had 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Charles Hawkins, he matched his jersey number. He finished the ball game with 14 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Braden Tomlinson, a good night, but considering what we've seen, a slow night from him offensively. He finished the ball game with 7 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds. Manny Holmes chipped in with 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Wyatt Floyd was scoreless in the ball game, but he pulled down 4 rebounds and had 2 assists. Bryce Byrd finished the ball game with 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Riley Dickinson had a nice ball game. He had 6 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. Anthony Corsini had 3 points, and Cesar Nusson also had 3 points. So a really good balanced scoring all-around night for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah. So, again, like we said, I'm sure Coach Lucas and the coaching staff are going to be pleased overall with the total game, the offense, the defense, rebounding. They had more assists tonight, I believe, so a good job.
Yeah, he should be really happy, and the guys should be really happy, especially when it comes to watching game film.
Yeah, it would be a pleasant game film to watch, so bring the popcorn.
Yes.
So with that loss, Liberty's going to drop to 5-9. They're going to travel to Preston County this Thursday on the 26th, maybe, depends on the snow. But they're going to go up there, and as everybody knows, in Preston County, it can snow anytime. And Robert C. Byrd, they try to get back almost even. Their record stands now at 6-7. They will travel to Lincoln this Thursday also. So both teams going to be on the road in their next 2 games. And always Lincoln a tough place to play, as well. It's hard to go to Preston County and play also.
Yeah, 2 tough road games for both for Liberty and for the Flying Eagles in their next respective ball games.
So we'll close it out from here tonight from the Birdcage. Once again, we want to thank our student cameraman, Caleb Yanego, our producer, David Oliverio, doing a great job as always, and along for Jonathan Griffin. And we also want to mention Wyatt Miner that helped on the camera action tonight. Don't want to leave him out, doing a good job. So we'll sign off from here. And along with Jonathan Griffin, I'm John Griffin saying goodnight, Doss.
And goodnight, Josiah.